So I have obviously uploaded a lot just in the past day of just updates pertaining to the civil harassment lawsuit that I have out against Cece Winans, Priscilla Turner, and Jasmine Ray Love, who are administrators, or at the time were administrators of Nashville Life Church. According to their lawyer, Richard Manson, still are a part of the administration of Nashville Life Church. And so that being said, I know that there's probably questions along the lines of, this is a lot. How can something like what you're describing happen in an American courtroom? And to be honest, I wondered the same thing while I was going through it. But let me just give you some evidence to back up that, hey, I wish I could have put people who were in my corner in that courtroom at that time as witnesses. But it was a very private hearing. I'll just leave it at that. I did inquire as a pro se litigant if I could record, because I was concerned about corruption. And in the research that I found, and even in calling up to verify, I was told that I could not, of course, record without going through special levels of permission, of written permission from the court. And there really wasn't that much time to do that with everything else I was preparing for. But then on top of that, I also in the research saw that they do record. And both sides, plaintiff and defendant, are supposed to have access to the official court recordings. And it almost made it seem like there was going to be a court reporter. Now, mind you, I'm doing a lot of my research on devices that my civil harassment lawsuit lists as they have been hacked and monitored. I've literally had information that I've looked up long before starting the lawsuit process, looking into it, to where literally I've researched something about the law, and then like the next morning when I go back to double check, I was like, wait, did the law just change overnight? So this is what we're dealing about with the severity of how I've been hacked and monitored on my electronic devices. And all that to say, once the hearing was over and the judge, of course, dismissed everything that she dismissed with, of course, Richard Manson, Cece's lawyer's motion request, granted them every single thing they wanted, I started the appeals process. And in the appeals process, there's something called the statement of evidence. And that is where you do have to present to the court what happened in the hearing. If there's an official record, as far as transcripts, recording, audio, or whatever. And that's when I started researching, okay, how do I do that? Am I supposed to recount this myself, like as far as write up from memory? And in doing so, you know, I learned then, where it didn't come up in my research prior, to where, oh, you can hire your own court reporter to show up and like record everything for you. And that didn't come up in my research at all. This came up after, of course, the hearing was over.